Hi, hello everyone. In this video, I would like to share with you on the ACC function, which is also called the Adaptive Cruise Control function for the X70. How do you activate it? So I will show you in a short while with this button function. But first thing first, I would like to share with you on the button function on this ACC. It is basically right over here. So first we have to activate the ACC button over here. So this is all the ACC button function for X70. So first, if we press this button, this is ACC active. Okay, and then after that, once it's active, if our speed is above 30 km per hour, then we can pull down this down button, pull down, and then we'll be able to activate the ACC. Because now we are 0 km per hour, that's where we can't really activate the ACC function. On top of that, if we want to cancel the ACC, we just need to push this cancellation button, then will be cancelled. Okay, so every time when we push after we have set the ACC on, every time we push up is 5 kilometers increment from the vehicle speed. So I will show you. So now I'm going to show you on the ACC how to activate the ACC. And now it's interesting because we are in the heavy rain. So right now we have to look at the speed, which should be above 30 kilometers in order for us to activate the ACC. Now it's 23 and now it's 30, and I can activate the ACC and I turn on. So now I would like to see whether the ACC is able to detect. Oh, sorry, there are some obstacle that is floating out on the road with the road barrier. So under this heavy rain condition, whether the radar is still able to detect the car in the front, and this is something that interesting for us to experiment, that I feel. So now, okay, we are actually on. So now waiting for 30 km per hour. With such a heavy rain condition, I activate the ACC, and now it's driving with ACC on. And my radar, yes, it's still functioning. It's still functioning. It's still able to detect the vehicle in the front, even though the rain is so heavy. And all you need to do to activate the ACC is actually just first you press this with ACC active, and then you speed up a little bit more to 30 km. Okay, this is the FCW now. And when it's above 30 km, now I activate. The vehicle is brake by itself. I didn't brake at all. Okay, and you will see that it's asking me to take over when the speed is too low. So the ACC will be deactivated by itself. And this is extremely heavy rain. The ACC is still working. So this is fascinating. So every time when you push the dial up, it's increasing the vehicle speed by 5 km under this ACC control. Now we have one vehicle in the front, and the vehicle is automatically braked. So if I want to follow closer with the vehicle, I can actually touch on the distance button over here to change over the distance in time interval. Which means if the, hold on, just let me stop by the road. So now if I press on this button, you will be able to see that this instrument is actually, by pressing this button over here, you can see there is 3 bar and then leave only 2 bar or 1 bar. This is by increasing the distance or reducing the distance by time in second. So 3 bar is 1.9 second, 2 bar is 1.5 second, and 1 bar is 1 second. So if we are driving the vehicle at 120 kilometers, so 1 second, it's equivalent to 33.33 meters. So which means if I'm setting 1 bar at 120 km per hour, so my distance with the vehicle in front will be 33.33 meters, this theoretically. And if we set at 1.9 second, which is 3 bar, okay, with the button, distance button up to 3 bar, so it will keep for the distance let's say we round it up to 2 seconds, so it will be about 66.66 meters distance between the front and the rear our vehicles. So this will be the ACC distance keeping. Now, in order for us to deactivate the ACC function, there are 3 factors. 1, you touch on the brake, pedal, and 2, you press on this cancellation button over here. 3, you put your gear into neutral, so then it will cancel off the ACC. So this will be the ACC deactivation function. That's all in this episode. Thank you.